Good evening. Less than a third of the speed cameras on Scotland's roads are actually switched on, allowing thousands of drivers to escape possible speeding fines. The figures obtained from Police Scotland have been condemned by road safety groups. Craig Anderson reports.
See one of these and you stick to the speed limit, or at least you should. But is it actually working? Well, according to official statistics, probably not. Figures obtained from the majority of the police forces across the UK suggest that overall throughout the country, only around half of these speed cameras are operational. And in Scotland the rate's even lower, only 29% are actually working. That's 50 out of 173 speed traps that are actually switched on.
There's no way of knowing there's a camera active within the housing, so people do slow down. But the ultimate deterrent is knowing that if you flash that camera, you're going to get a ticket through the post in 14 days' time. And we think it's very important that drivers aren't tempted to take a chance to maybe have a go and see whether that camera is actually active. But they need to be sure that the camera's active, and we'd like to see a 100% coverage.
Police Scotland said speed cameras were a proven way of reducing deaths and injuries on our roads, but added that they weren't the only means of influencing the behaviour of drivers. But if you are planning to ignore the speed limit, it is a game of Russian roulette, because you just can't tell which cameras are switched on and which aren't. Craig Anderson, reporting Scotland.
An Edinburgh man has appeared in court charged with the attempted murder of a London Underground passenger who was allegedly pushed into the path of a train. Alan Alencar is said to have shoved the man in the back at Bayswater Station on Thursday. The victim was seriously injured. A 66-year-old man has died following a house fire in Dumbarton. It happened in Smollett Road in the early hours of the morning. Police have named the woman who died at a flat in Aberdeen yesterday as Chloe Miazek from Kemney near Inverurie. A 32-year-old man has been arrested and charged in connection with the death and is expected to appear at Aberdeen Sheriff Court on Monday. Campaigners for Scottish independence have expressed their solidarity with Catalans who are trying to break away from Spain. The Scottish Independence Convention held an event in Edinburgh with the keynote speech by an activist from Catalonia. Football, and Celtic broke their own 100-year-old British record of 62 domestic games without defeat with a 4-0 win over St Johnstone. Olivier Cham finished off today's victory for Celtic. The Perth side had been the last Scottish team to defeat the Premiership leaders.
So it means everything. It's an incredible feat by the players and a wonderful example of professionalism, of playing and creating high standards every single day. And we faced everything. They faced everything as football players.
In the other Premiership matches, there were wins for Rangers, Hibs and Ross County. Hamilton and Aberdeen drew. School children across the Highlands are taking part in a new project to highlight the wildlife that shares their playground. They'll monitor pictures from motion sensor cameras set up around their schools. Derek Croshaw reports.
It's what they call citizen science, and here they're starting them young. These primary 4 pupils are part of a scheme called Catch Me If You Can, where these automatic trail cameras are being set up in almost 24 schools in the Highlands. The aim is to connect the youngsters with the biodiversity that's all around them.
The engagement with these animals, especially for kids, starts with them being aware that it actually exists in the first place. And especially if you can show them that it lives and it exists around their school, you give them some pride, some ownership of that wildlife.
Funded by international environmental charity Earthwatch, the scheme is designed to develop a wider appreciation of habitat, wildlife and the ways humans affect both.
To look after all the animals and make sure they're staying safe. Because if they're endangered animals, we should be helping them so then they don't get extinct.
It'll also show that wildlife isn't confined to glossy TV documentaries.
Some of these primary 4 children thought a pheasant was a duck, and so and we're so privileged, we've got lots of areas around us, but maybe we don't go out as much as we should do.
This is a pilot project and could be extended to the whole of the country. Derek Crawshaw, reporting Scotland.
The City of Edinburgh Music School has used an open day to look to its future after news that plans to close it are likely to be abandoned. Campaigners thanked everyone who objected to the council's money-saving idea. Now, Judith is here to tell us what to expect weather-wise for tonight and tomorrow. Good evening, Judith.
Hello, and a very good evening to you, and a very good evening to you at home as well. Well, we did see some lovely sunshine today, captured by one of our weather watchers here from Buckie, and equally we saw some showers, which generated some beautiful rainbow shots as well. Into this evening, we will continue to see showers for northern and western parts, but dry and fairly chilly elsewhere. Some hefty showers to come too for the west initially this evening, but I think as we head through the course of the night, they gradually dampen down, becoming confined to the west coast and the far north. So generally a lot of dry weather and temperatures falling away quite sharply as well. We will see a frost in rural parts. It will be a cold night really everywhere. So if we look at the pressure chart, you can see high pressure building in beautifully for us tomorrow. It means a great day to come. This low heading our way for Monday, so all changed really the other side of autumn, where we'll see some wet and windy weather. But come first thing tomorrow, it'll be dry. It'll be chilly first thing as well. Gorgeous sunshine pretty much across the country. The exception initially, brisk winds drawing in showers across the Northern Isles, the far north, and also Grampian. Even here they will die away, and it will feel pretty cold really across the board. Now, as far as the rest of the UK is concerned, a few showers for Northern Ireland, for Wales as well. Quite windy down towards this southwest corner, but a better day than we saw today here, because we saw a lot of rain across well, south of the border. So a much improved day, and it will feel, I think, on the cool side pretty much everywhere, especially back here in Scotland. But again, we do have the sunshine to enjoy. As we head into the evening, it stays dry, it will be chilly. So for bonfire night tomorrow, just be aware it will be cold if you're heading out, but predominantly dry, clearing skies. Just make sure you wrap up warm and enjoy yourselves. That's your weather forecast.
And that's Reporting Scotland. Our next programme is tomorrow at 10 to 6. Until then, from everyone here, enjoy your Saturday night. Goodbye.